There's this one event, it's so big, it practically shuts down the entire country. A single game that pulls in more eyeballs than almost anything else on TV. Yep, that's the Super Bowl. And we're going to break down exactly why over 100 million people are glued to their screens for it.
Just look at that number, 100 million. Let that just sink in for a second. That's how many people in the US alone are watching. To put that in perspective, it's like the entire population of Germany and Poland, combined all tuning in to one single broadcast. Seriously, in this day and age with a million things to watch, that kind of shared experience, it's pretty much unheard of.
So, yeah, that leads us to the big question, right? Why? What is it about this one game that just captivates an entire nation, year in and year out?
Well, the answer is, it's kind of simple, but also really complex. See, here's the thing. The Super Bowl isn't really just about football anymore, not by a long shot. It's become this full-blown cultural phenomenon.
Just think about it for a second. For one Sunday every February, the country basically treats this game like an unofficial national holiday. You've got people who don't even know what a first down is, hosting parties, firing up the grill. It's all about getting together with friends and family. It's become this huge modern-day ritual.
So what's the secret sauce? Well, the event's magic is really this perfect storm of four things. You've got that holiday vibe, you've got the biggest advertising night of the year, it's a massive nationwide party, and of course, the spectacular halftime show. Honestly, any one of those things could be a huge deal on its own. The Super Bowl just rolls them all into one giant can't-miss package.
Okay, let's zoom in on those ads for a minute. Because, no joke, for a huge chunk of the audience, the commercials are the main event. It's the only time all year people actually get excited for the ad breaks. And companies, they pull out all the stops. We're talking A-list celebrities, big-shot Hollywood directors, all to make these little 30-second movies.
And get this, $7 million. That's what it cost for just one 30-second ad spot. Wow. That number right there, it tells you everything you need to know about how valuable all those eyeballs are. And that's exactly why the commercials have become such an insane part of the whole spectacle.
So when you put it all together, what does it mean? It means the organizers have created something absolutely genius. They've made an event where the breaks in the action are just as exciting as the action itself. It's this perfect self-fueling hype machine that ropes in absolutely everyone, whether you're a diehard sports fan or not.
Okay, but for an event this huge, this polished, you'd probably think its name has some grand, epic origin story, right? Well, the reality is actually way more charming and, honestly, a little bit random. Let's dig into how it all began.
So yeah, where did that iconic name, Super Bowl, actually come from? It sounds so official, so massive, but its beginnings? They're surprisingly humble and even a bit playful. All right, let's hop in the time machine for a second. It's the late 60s. You've got these two rival football leagues, the NFL and the AFL, and they finally agree to have their champions play each other. But they've got a problem. What on earth do you call this thing? They were kicking around names like the Big One, but nothing really had that punch. And then, in '69, inspiration came from a place you'd never, ever expect.
So the story goes like this. A guy named Lamar Hunt, one of the league founders, is at home and he sees his kids playing with this really popular toy at the time. It was a super bouncy ball called a Super Ball. Later, in a meeting, he just kind of throws it out there, almost as a joke. Hey, why don't we call it the Super Bowl? And you know what? It just stuck. It was simple, it was powerful, and it just sounded big.
And that's really the incredible journey, isn't it? A name that was basically tossed out as a placeholder, inspired by a kid's toy, somehow becomes one of the most powerful brand names on the entire planet. It's just a perfect example of how something small and accidental can grow into something absolutely monumental.
So, we'll leave you with this one thought to chew on. The Super Bowl today is this multi-billion-dollar machine, right? It's all about intense competition and corporate power. And yet, the name comes from a moment of pure, simple, childlike play. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it say about a culture when its biggest, most important annual event is, at its very core, named after a kid's toy?